somebody's about to get knocked out. Somebody's about to get knocked out. What's up, JK?
What's happening? What's happening, man? What's going on?
Oh man, listen, ain't nothing but the rent.
Yeah, I saw you doing that Andy Ruiz fight,
Yeah,
but I thought was it Fedora?
yeah, Fedora, big boy.
Yeah, I thought Fedora kind of stole the show there. I mean, the Andy Ruiz and and Chris was good, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it was kind of we knew that Andy was going to win the fight.
No,
At least I mean, come on now. It was $10. If you bet $10 on Andy Ruiz, you got 20 cents. If you bet $10 on Chris Arreola, you got 120. So who was supposed to win that fight?
yeah, but it didn't look like.
Hey, it might not have looked like it, but Las Vegas went home just fine.
Oh yeah. Always something in the game. Trust me. Man, yeah.
Come on, $10 to win 20 cents. Come on, are you serious?
Man, and that's the reason why he won, because that was a close fight. I see we got Scully in the building.
We got Scully in the building. Scully, what's going on, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, JK getting easy money, man. You out there betting, betting on a person you know gonna win.
Listen.
Oh man! So, what did you think of the fight, Ice?
What, the Andy Ruiz fight?
Yeah.
I wasn't able to see the whole thing, but I mean, I don't think the weight loss and all that stuff. Everybody thought he was going to come out and he was going to be Joe Frazier or Muhammad Ali or what they thought, but. And I knew, and I said it before the fight, relax, like it's not going to make any difference. Like it's going to make, maybe psychologically for him, he might make him feel a little better, a little more confident. But I mean, your skills are your skills, basically. I didn't expect to see awesomeness, and then after the fight, he said he was only at 70%, whatever the reason was. I don't know. But, I thought he looked pretty good, but I rightfully didn't make a big deal about the weight. I knew it wasn't going to make a difference.
And did Chris kind of prove to you that even though he doesn't get knocked out per se, but he's an 8-round fighter. After 8 rounds, he has nothing left in his tank.
Yeah, and it's too bad because he can fight. He's good. But some guys, they don't correct old habits, whatever the case may be. Plus he's not a super young guy right now either. But I think it served its purpose. Like it was a fight that Andy was supposed to win and look pretty good doing it and have a bit of a challenge. And it served its purpose.
Yes, it certainly did. Did you get a chance to see any of the Joseph Parker Chisora highlights or the fight?
No, I didn't see any of that. Nope.
Because Parker did win the fight, of course. I thought it was an interesting matchup, though. It was Andy Ruiz in Joseph Parker's corner, and Buddy McGirt in Chisora's corner. So I thought it was going to be a pretty interesting battle of wits there. Andy is one of K9's old partners. K9, what did you think about Andy training Joseph Parker?
Oh, it's really, a lot of times when you get a new trainer that's training you and you've been doing something, your muscle memory is to do something for so long, and then all of a sudden a trainer comes in, and if he's not really seasonal and good at just allowing a person to be who they are, you got to have a really experienced trainer to come in and train somebody that's been doing the same thing over and over and over. You don't want to take away from what they're good at. And I think that with Andy, it was like, he was kind of showing him the crunch style, and it was like, you probably don't need that right now. Let him gel, get to know you more, and then as the time go by, you get a few fights in, then he'll be able to understand what you're trying to get, and you and him can gel together.
Scully, I saw a picture of you and Arthur. Was that a recent picture or was that an old picture when you were discussing? I think the caption was something about Canelo.
Right. No, that was from a previous training camp. But Eddie Reynoso was on the internet the other day, and he was saying how he would like Canelo to fight, Arthur, and he would like to, cement his legacy. Like if he goes back to light heavyweight, and Arthur's the guy to beat. So I mean, it's good that it's being talked about. The idea is out there, and it came from a good source. So hopefully that turns into something.
What do you think about that, K9?
You talking about you said Arthur? Who? Arthur Abraham?
Benavidez.
Oh,
Beterbiev. Arthur Beterbiev.
Beterbiev. I always call him Benavidez. Beterbiev.
Beterbiev. You talking about the young man that just fought?
Yeah, from Montreal. He's Chechnyan, but he fights out of Montreal. He's like 18-0 with 18 knockouts.
Oh, it's not. So it's not a Benavidez, the guy that just fought. I'm talking about the guy that just fought. That's the champion.
No, that's
you're thinking of Benavidez, the super middleweight. I'm talking about Arthur Beterbiev, the light heavyweight champion.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm talking about the young guy. He just fought over the weekend. He actually fought on the undercard of Andy Ruiz Jr. and his opponent, the Biville. His name is Biville.
Oh, you talking about Bivol?
Bivol, yeah, I'm getting him mixed up with them. Exactly, Bivol. Right. Yeah, not him. Then you're not talking about him.
No.
Okay, man. So the bees, boy. You know what I mean? Man, the boy. Yeah. Hey, no. I gotta see who he is, because you say 18-0, 18 knockouts, and he's supposed to be trying to fight who, or who he's going to fight again?
Canelo.
Well, Canelo's trainer said he would like to see Canelo move up and fight Arthur.
Oh, hold on. You talking about? I know you ain't talking about the 175 pounder, not Benavidez, Beterbiev, not him.
Right. Beterbiev. Right.
Yeah. That's who he's talking about fighting.
No. Listen, he would get his head knocked off. You better stay far away from him. They have weight classes for a reason. Trust me. And the only reason why Canelo has been able to go up in weight and fight guys and take their titles is because they've been the weaker of the weakest links. They haven't been actually real guys that was actually had skills or that could punch and knew how to fight. So he took advantage of what was in front of him. But Benavidez, Beterbiev, nah, he ain't nothing to play with. He can really fight. He's a naturally 175 pounder. You got to remember, Canelo is coming from 147, and he's able to go up in weight because he doesn't have to make weight. He can do what he want to do because he's spoiled. He got all the money in the world. So if he was in a case where it was me or someone that had to struggle to make money, then he would stay his butt down in a certain weight class. But since he can pick and choose because he is the cash cow, he can go up, go down, do what he want to do. So the discipline in being smaller, it's like, nah, man, I'm eating and I'm going to keep on eating and I'm going to fight who I want to fight when I want to fight him. But when it comes to Benavidez or Benaviv, I can't mention his last name. He better pump his brakes. If he don't, night, stay down. It's over with. Do you agree with Scully?
Yeah, man. Arthur's a different level punching power. Man. Different level altogether. 100%.
Exactly. He can hit Canelo arm and make it and break his jaw. Man, whatever he hit, he breaking. That man is punching hard. You got to remember, when they coming from 175, 9 times out of 10, they can walk around 215, 220, 230 easy.
Right. Well, he used to fight amateur at 201, so he's been up there like that.
That's what I'm saying. So you already know, man. Listen, he is the guy that played, the guy that Rocky fought in the Rocky movie without being on steroids. He's naturally strong and can punch like that for real. He could have played that without steroids. I mean, it's hard for real. And it ain't a movie. It's serious. It's real business. It's for real.
Right. That's for sure.
Did you watch Bivol this weekend, Scully?
Yeah, I was able to see parts of it. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about Bivol. He's good. I mean, he can really fight. He's got good skills, the whole nine. I just think, and he mentioned Arthur as well about fighting Arthur.
Right,
So,
right.
Everybody's talking about it. Joe Smith has talked about it. So everybody realizes Arthur's the guy. If you want to be the king at 175, you can't do so without fighting him.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know, if that fight will ever take place, but I think the guy that Charlo been calling out, him and Arthur would be a good fight. What's the young man that Charlo been calling out? They've been going back and forth. He's a 168 pounder. Good fighter too. Undefeated. He's undefeated. He took
Berlanga? Berlanga?
No. He took the title from Anthony Durrell.
Oh, who is that? I got like a mental block here. I'm not even sure.
He's a Mexican.
Come on, Scotty. I know you.
Caliplant.
No. Caliplant didn't take it from him. No. It was the other guy, other champion.
Man, there's too many champions. I don't even keep track.
I think it's Benavidez. The Benavidez.
David Benavidez. Yeah. There
you go. Yep. Somebody was on it, boy. David Benavidez. Yeah. I think on down the line, I don't know if he's gonna take that fight or not, but David Benavidez, and the other young man, Benavidez, better beef.
Better body, yep.
That'll be a good fight. Two punches,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, Caleb Plant, you know what? I think that'll be a great fight with Caleb Plant and Bivol. Bivol was underrated, and you know what? He is kind of like, he's kind of like, I want to, sound racist, but he's kind of like the black fighter trying to get up there, where it's connected in the complexion. So he has to take the route where he has to fight all the guys that Canelo don't want to fight.
Right.
Fighting some real dudes, like the guy he just fought. I was like, man, why would he fight that guy if he's a super champion and he can pick and choose? Evidently he ain't picking and choosing. He can't pick and choose, and I think that's gonna make him a better fighter because he's fighting real. The fighter he just fought was better than Caleb Smith that Canelo had fought that day. The way Caleb Smith looked, he did not look good at all when Canelo fought him and took his title.
Yeah, I agree.
He gonna be all right. He gonna, but with him taking them chances and fighting any and everybody, that just let you know he getting there with somebody that's the A side. They gonna rob him because he's getting robbed right now, fighting all these hard fights for less money.
Right.
And man, he got the way he look. He got that Manny Pacquiao look. You would think he got a country behind him, but they don't teach him. They don't feel like that.
Yeah. He's a real deal. Definitely world class.
I would love to see him and Caleb Plant fight.
Yeah, there's some good fights in and around that weight. There's a lot of guys that could cross over and mix up and match with each other for sure.
Exactly. I believe. I mean, tell me if you think if you agree that Canelo has learned from Mayweather when he fought Mayweather, and he has learned from Oscar De La Hoya, and he is the smartest boxer when it comes to business and fighting and who to fight, who not to fight in the world right now.
Right, and they know who to mention, even if maybe they're not legit serious about it, but they know who to mention. But I do respect Canelo. I mean, I really like his skills. He's really improved over the last couple of years. He's legit. Canelo's very, very good. I have to give him all his credit.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I would like to see Charlo and Canelo fight. Will it happen?
Yeah, Charlo. Charlo's. Unfortunately, they talk. They're able to talk a lot, and they get a lot of interviews. But we're not seeing them really fighting very frequently. I can't even remember the last time either of them fought. It's terrible when these guys. I miss the days. I remember the days when guys were fighting 4 times a year. A lot of everybody was fighting 4 times a year back in the day. They don't do it anymore.
Yeah, Boo Boo. Boo Boo is really a threat to any of those guys we mentioned, other than the light heavyweights. I think that at one point in time, Boo Boo Andrade was really hungry and really could have beat Jamal Charlo or Jamal Charlo. But I don't think the hunger is there anymore. He was hungry to fight those guys because he knew if he beat those guys or fought those guys, that he would make a lot of dough. But guess what? He signed with DAZN and made a lot of dough. And now guess what? He don't care anymore because he done made a lot of dough.
I don't think so. Boo Boo's my guy, man. I think Boo Boo is still dedicated, and I think he still take on either one of the Charlos and beat him. I'd like to see him in there with Canelo. I think he would beat Canelo too. Boo Boo is another one of those guys that's high risk and low reward. That's one reason why he's still on the table. What do you think, Scully?
Yeah, I mean, Boo Boo's. I've actually sparred with him a couple times, believe it or not. And he's very sharp. I remember him as an amateur, very skilled. I saw him and Chad Dawson spar with each other. So, I mean, Boo Boo's, he's been in there. And the problem is he's what they say, high risk, low reward. It's not a big, a lot of people don't even know who he is. It's just a crazy, mismanagement or whatever it is. I've never seen a guy with that much skill be as unknown. He's got like 30 something fights, I believe. And he's unknown. Like average people just don't know who he is. So you have that way to avoid him because he doesn't financially, nobody cares. He doesn't bring a lot to the table for the level of threat that he brings.
No, that's what they're trying to tell you is like he was thinking about retiring. I mean, going to the real estate because, like I said, he's good now. He done bought real estate, and he's not fighting regularly like he was at first. And then when you get to a point that you want to fight everybody, but they're avoiding you, you can't get the fights. And I don't think he'll never fight Canelo. Canelo will never step across that line and fight him. So it's like, well, I'm straight. I mean, if I fight him, I fight him. If I don't. And I don't think, like I say, I know he has the skills, but the hunger for fighting these guys after he's been tried and been denied, but he's still making money. It's like, I'm straight. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Who cares?
I agree.
I mean, I pay attention. I keep my eyes on the street. I'll be watching what's going on. And when he first signed with DAZN, man, he made that money. But he was fighting regularly. He fought like 2-3 times in a row. Then next thing you know, he bought some real estate and bought some more real estate and bought some more real estate. And then he fought one.
Yeah, when he fought a couple of weeks ago in England, even though he didn't look good, but it might have bought him a fight with Charlo because he didn't look good. But he came through. He won his fight. But I think he had been off then almost 18 months.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But K9, you know yourself, from your career, sometimes you be ready to fight, but all them guys that's been calling your name, all of a sudden they don't have your number no more.
I'm not taking nothing from his skills. I'm not taking nothing from him, the kind of dude he is. And, he's been on the show. He's a real good dude. I've never heard him say anything bad about me, you, or really nobody other than people he might call out. What I'm saying, though, now is that, the main thing when you come from the hood and you haven't, you ain't made no monies or you ain't touched no M's, you want to be champion. You want to be champion. Why? A lot of people don't want to be champion because they just want to be a champion. Most people want to be champion because they want to make money. When you get that belt, Floyd can say what he want to say. Belts collect dust. Well, yeah, belts may collect dust, but it collects cash too. So when you become a world champion, then you make money. Now, the average person that comes from the hood and they ain't never made no money, they want to become champ because they want to get paid. So this young man became world champ and wasn't making no money. He was in a terrible contract. I mean, Boo Boo Andre was in a terrible contract. I mean, I was wondering why he wasn't with PBC because they had all the dream middleweights. He was with some cat and he wasn't getting no fights, but he was a world champ. He'll fight here and there, but he wasn't making no money. He finally got out the contract, signed with DAZN, cha-ching. And then he bought, some property, and like I say, man, and I ain't mad at him. You finally get to that point. You finally inhale, you exhale, and you say, "Thank you, Jesus." and then you go home. And then, like I say, when he first got that money, he was like, okay, come on, what's happening, you know? But then he got to saying to himself, oh boy, here we go again. Because he was fighting and he wanted them big fights. But you can't force these guys to fight you, you know? And he said, well, all right, if they come, they come. If they don't, they come. But guess what? I'm still eating, and I'm just going to invest my money, and whatever happens, happens. But hey, I'm going to be ready if the time comes.
Hey, Scully, there's Marvin Hagler's mother is throwing an event May 23rd. Will you be going to that? I know you.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of New England guys. We'll be well represented for sure.
Yeah, I just saw that. I'm like, that was my man too. My man saw that. I was really kind of interested. Do you know, some of the people that might be there? I know, was it by invitation only or what?
Nah, we're going. I mean, I'm sure. I would assume Vinny Pazienza will be there. Marlon Starlin will be there. Robbie Sims. I wouldn't be surprised if Stevie Collins comes over from Ireland. I'm sure Kevin McBride will be there. Scott Pemberton, Ray Oliveira, all the New England guys are going to be there for sure. And I would anticipate guys from New York coming. I mean, we're talking about Hagler. I mean, I would think to show respect for a legend like that, I think a lot of people will come.
Yeah. Hey man, that's good. Yeah, you're supposed to, man. I'll come. You invite me if I find out where it's at in time,
It's May 23rd. I know. I saw the date. I'm not sure where it's at.
It's at the Brockton High School.
Okay.
And what's
Brockton, Mass.
Right outside of Boston.
Oh, okay, right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can drive there, K9.
How far is that from Michigan? How far is it from Michigan?
How
far is it from Michigan?
I mean, if you drive from Michigan, I mean, it's put it this way: from Hartford to Columbus, Ohio, is 12 hours exactly driving, and Boston's 2 hours farther away, so that's 14. So, however far away Columbus is from Detroit, it's like that.
Okay. So you're talking about 15 hours.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours from Detroit to Columbus, right?
That I don't know. I can't remember because it depends on how far you're talking about when it comes to Columbus. I mean, I've been out there, but it's certain parts. Like it's farther out. It's when you first get there.
Well, that's right. I forgot we don't allow you Detroit guys past Toledo, so I understand. Hey, Scully, another thing that I was looking at, of course, we have Bob Arum in the news again talking about Eddie Hearns. Bob says that he thinks that this fight is not going to happen between Joshua and Fury. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it seems like when promoters say that, a lot of times it's just to draw interest, more interest, and see how bad people really want to see the fight. Just like what's going on right now with Canelo and BJ Saunders with the size of the ring. Did you see that today?
Yeah. Supposedly that's been fixed now, and the fight is on, right?
Oh, but what size ring are they going to use?
I think the 22 is it 22 feet?
I'd be surprised if they let him use bigger than 20.
I'm not sure, but I know they said that an agreement has been reached, and that's all squashed now, and the fight is on. So we'll see. I mean, the day of the fight, the trunks might be too long, the gloves might be too tight. Who knows? How that.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Somebody nervous. I think somebody nervous. Hey, it's getting close to time to fight now. Somebody might have heard something in camp like, "Oh man, Saunders is looking seriously. It's like, for real." And then you got Tyson Fury backing him up, so it's like, hey, when you got somebody like Tyson Fury backing you up, I mean, that's a lot of credibility right there.
Right.
Yeah. I still think that Canelo is going to win. And like I say, once again, Canelo, like I say, he learned from me, man. He learned from Floyd Mayweather, and he learned from Oscar De La Hoya. He was getting in shape and getting these fights back to back to back, knowing that Billy Joe Saunders wasn't fighting at all. So he was like, okay, if I'm gonna take a chance to fight this guy, I'm gonna fight while he ain't fighting. Then I'm gonna call him out. And just because it's me and it's a payday, he ain't gonna turn it down. And guess what? I'm gonna win because of the rust he got. And he gonna be talking the same thing that Manny Pacquiao was saying. Oh, my arm, this and that. Hey, but you gotta stay ready. You stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. And let me tell you something. With Boo Andres, for instance, he ain't really staying as ready, right? He fighting every blue moon. A person like Canelo could fight him and he'd get up for Canelo, but at the same time, he wouldn't be sharp. But Canelo probably thinks it's too much of a high risk and low reward. But Canelo, if the money was there, he will fight against Boo Andres because Boo Andres is not fighting as much.
Yeah.
Hey, Scully, man, as always, we thank you for coming on the show, man, talking a little boxing with us. And are we still on for October out here for the reunion?
We're working on it. I was told the other day by a guy in California. He told me, he said, you might want to rethink it. He said, you might want to wait and see. He said, things are getting a little crazy in Los Angeles. He thinks that the virus is not going to be under control. So I don't know, but that's what he's saying. So I'm kind of waiting to see before I really commit. But I got it from a guy out there in LA who's telling me it might not be a good idea. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm down here in San Diego, and we're fighting for a different thing because of the church wants to reopen and things like that. But we're not experiencing any height in any spike rather in COVID down here. But as you said, Los Angeles, it's a little bit different, bigger homeless population, a lot of people, talking about, maybe that, some of them got one shot and they figure that's enough. And, but it's LA might be a little dicey, but I'm hoping, because I had planned for you to be my first event of the year, Scully. So, so I'm hoping October pulls off for us. But hey, man, thanks so much, and tell everybody where they can find you and any final thoughts, man.
Well, always on Iceman John Scully on Facebook and Iceman John Scully on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm just looking forward to the future. I just cannot wait. I'm getting a little irritated with the COVID. I hope we get back to normal. I hope we actually reach that point where it's like COVID never happened. And hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more events after that.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, man. K9, you want to get the last word in there?
Hey, Scully, man, I don't know if you're trying to be in Dead Presidents too, because you like the movie, man. You in all black.
Yeah. I'm in the car. I'm actually in the car. I look a little scary.
Hey, boy, listen.
Look, you got the Darth Vader look on for us tonight.
Man, boy. Boy. Don't get pulled over, bro.
I'm parked. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
All right, Scully.
Still get pulled over, parked.
Yeah, man. All right, fellas. Be good. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you, all right, my guy. Yeah, one love. Yeah. Scully in the building. Hashtag dogs us. Woo-hoo. Yeah.
K9, just before the show came on, I got a call from one of the guys that used to be on my Sunday show, aka the Professor, Jabron Clement.
Okay.
And we were talking about a fight that's coming up.
Yeah.
And he said that, when we were talking about betting a little while ago, that he was thinking about taking a bet.
Okay.
On an upcoming fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Tank versus Mario Barrios.
Oh, who was he going with?
Mario.
Who was going with Mario's?
The professor.
A professor. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I know a few
J-
professors.
J- Jabron Clement. He used to be on our Sunday show.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
hey,
Jabron was, he used to, as a matter of fact, he trained at Gleason's gym. Him and Melissa Smith.
okay.
That was when he was living in New York. Now he's living down in Virginia Beach. Got a great job.
Yeah.
So he moved him and his family down to Virginia Beach from New York. But the professor is very, as a matter of fact, he used to be on Sunday with me and Layman.
Okay.
And when we had the pugilist corner on Sundays.
Okay.
And he made some very good points. Because, once again, Tank's moving up, 2 weight classes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mario is already, I mean, he's not, this is his weight class. He's walking around, 15, 20 pounds heavier. And Mario's undefeated, been in there with some good guys. You talked about Mario a little bit I think it was last week or week before. Because I think we were talking about getting him on the show.
Yes.
He's he's one of Mario's Serrano's guys. So we were talking about getting him on the show. So like I said, just before we came on the air, I got the call and we were discussing the fight. So what do you think about this fight? Is this a dangerous fight for Tank?
You know what? It is a dangerous fight for him. And there's more reasons that it's a dangerous fight for him too, is because he got in some trouble. So, once you get in some trouble and can be facing time, you might not be as focused as you was on a fight versus doing jail time, So, I mean, you don't want to be trying to juggle too many things at one time when you actually got a boxing match coming up and it's a serious fight and you trying to take something from somebody and somebody trying to show, oh, hold on, he ain't taking what's mine. This is mine, And, Barrios, he worked hard for what he got and he ain't just trying to give it away. And then at the same time, moving up a couple of weight classes to try to take it. Man, that ain't easy to do. It ain't easy to do at all. I think Mario Barrios is very underrated, and I think that it's going to be a great fight when it happens. It happens because
Mario is almost 6 foot tall.
Yeah, exactly. But on the other hand, you got to remember, Tank Gervonta Davis is not a small dude. So now, if he was a guy that was moving up in weight and was a small dude, no, he walks around like AB Adrian Broner. He walks around overweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
way bigger than he is. So he's used to being a bigger dude. So when you you can take it.
But first he's got to go to fat camp.
Yeah. Hey, but who knows? Hey, he might be stressed out. When you're stressed out, you lose a lot of weight. So he could be stressed out that knowing that he could face time, and you lose weight when you're stressed out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't natural weight, it ain't healthy weight, but you know what I'm saying, you're losing weight. So hey, I don't think that. And then you gotta remember, he can eat now. He ain't gotta kill himself to make weight. A lot of times you move up in weight and you ain't gotta kill yourself to make weight, it makes you stronger. Just think about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, he's able to eat. People are wondering, like, man, Pacquiao knocking out everybody. So he came all the way from 112. Well, he probably was walking around weighing 140, fighting 112. So as he moved up, all he was doing is just training. He wasn't worried about losing weight. He was just training. So the power was there. While other guys he was fighting was killing themselves to make weight, he is actually eating to gain weight. So he got energy on top of energy on top of energy. Gervonta Davis is now he's going to have energy on top of energy on top of energy because now he's not losing weight. He's actually just training. When you got to do two things in boxing, I did it a lot in my career. I had to lose weight and prepare for my opponent. Lose weight, prepare for my opponent. Whenever you could just prepare for your opponent, don't have to worry about losing weight. Oh man, That sky's the limit.
Kenan,
Yeah.
did you see Gervonta against Yorkis Gamboa?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And judging from that fight, and like you said, now he's got in more trouble since then.
Yeah.
In his personal life.
Yeah.
You talk about losing weight under stress. The whole time that I was in Vietnam, I never weighed over 168 pounds.
Yeah.
So I mean, stress, it can, like you said, I mean, it can help you lose weight, but it can also, like a junkie, like coming down, or a coke fiend coming down off, he has that jittery energy. It's not really positive energy, but the energy is there, so I'm just a little concerned, like you said, about him moving up 2 weight classes and the opponent that he picked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a real great fight. It's hard to go against, the tank, the guy. To be little, man, he reminded me of a little Mike Tyson. He's going out there trying to crush everything he's in there with. I mean, he's messed up. Mayweather is not going to let him go in that ring and fight against nobody that he feels that he's going to lose, because he don't want him to lose, because he wants him to be the next Mayweather. If you ask him who's the fan of the face of boxer right now, he said it was Gervonta Davis, and he's not letting him fight certain people. Why you think he didn't let him get in there with Ryan Garcia, or let him get in there with a Devin Haney? He's letting him move up in weight to fight against guys who's not as hungry, not on the same level as him, age-wise or as far as height-wise. When I say I'm not height or hype-wise. So, he don't, even though Ahyel Barrios is a world champion, he never had the hype behind him. So when you got that hype and everybody expects you to do,
got a country behind him.
Well, it's a different story. The country can't fight for you, though. You can have a country behind you. That don't mean
but you
audience there. But we talking about as a fighter.
But you're the one that always mentioned about that country, though. That's your stick about, he got a country. As soon as you start talking about Canelo or Tyson Fury, and the first thing you say is he got a country behind him. So how come it doesn't matter when Ahyel Barrios got a country behind him? Because remember now, he also got a sister that probably beats him up every day, Selena Barrios.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna lose to Gervonta Davis.
Well, hey, I'm not saying that he's not going to lose, but I think it's going to be an interesting fight. And this is a fight, you talk about Floyd, but this is a fight where I think it's to make him or break him fight for Gervonta. Yeah. Mario has nothing to lose. If he loses to Gervonta Davis, he lost to a better fighter. Period. That's what they'll say. Yeah. If Tank Davis loses to Ahyel Barrios, oh man, it's gonna be worse than the headlines about Adrian Broner. He either came in out of shape, or Floyd had. Come on, you can imagine what would happen if Gervonta would lose this fight.
I might have to agree to disagree, because think about this. You let a man come up 2 weight classes and take your strap, they're going to say, man, you let that man come up in 2 weight classes and take your strap. How you let this man take your belt? He took your belt from you, moved up 2 weight classes and took your belt.
Well, Canelo, didn't Canelo just do the same thing? Didn't he move up? But the thing of it is, it's okay when it's Canelo, it's expected. Yeah. But Canelo is not fighting somebody that's on the same caliber as Ahyel Barrios when you talk about Ahyel Barrios against Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree. Man. Who you got winning that fight then?
I actually have Gervonta winning the fight.
Okay, then.
But
game over.
If the price is right.
Okay.
Like you say, if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
So if I could bet $10 on Mario Barrios and win 120, I get it. That $10 got to go.
Okay.
It's only $10. It's
Anything
only
can happen. Right.
right. But but if I got to bet $10 to win 50 cent on Gervonta Davis, then I'm not betting on nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But from from just a pure entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm loving this fight, and I'm hoping that it goes off. What did you think about Bob Arum and his Lonnie Beasley in the house? Lonnie hasn't been back for a while. Lonnie was here for a couple of weeks ago, I think. We were talking about Lonnie, but
Yeah.
do you think Bob Arum is right when he talks about Eddie Hearns and this saying that this Joshua fight, Joshua and Fury, might not take place?
Hey man, I don't know. It could be cat. When it comes to Bob Arum, man, you just know about Arum. Bob Arum old school. He's slick. You know what I mean? He's a real slicker.
He out slick Don King. You know, Bob, no, he got to be good.
I'll slick me before too. Man, I'll slick me before too. Trust me. Man, that guy is something else, boy. I'm telling you, so you just never know when it comes to him. You don't know, that man got so many tricks up his sleeve, they don't make no sense. Yeah, so I don't know when it comes to him, man. You just never know with him. You just never.
Yes, John Paul Sandoval Barrios is a dangerous fight for Gervonta, moving up in weight. Yeah, that's the same thing I'm saying. Did you guys talk about Felix Verdejo already?
That's what I want to talk about. Definitely want to talk about him because, man, that guy, man, he had a whole bunch of talent, and man, and we thought he was gonna be the next Oscar De La Hoya or the next, Felix Trinidad, because if I'm not mistaken, he's a Puerto Rican. And
we've actually had him on the show from Puerto Rico.
Okay, yeah, and man, now he's about to probably do life. Allegedly he killed his wife, right?
They said that they found a dead female. That was the last headline. Is that they found he's been arrested in connection with a dead female being found. I guess in his house or somewhere.
Yeah, and that's his girlfriend though. It's his former girlfriend. And man, hey, that's why I was talking to my son. I was letting him know because he's in love and everything. That man, you can't put nothing past no woman. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Yeah, but here it is. Boxer Felix Verdejo turns himself into the FBI after the body of a female is found.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, she's pregnant and everything. Exactly. Yep. So so that's double homicide. You know what I mean? Hey. It's crazy, man, and you just one thing about it, man, I don't care, what a woman tell you, she can be like, it's yours. At the end of the day, no, it ain't. It belongs to you, it's yours. You know what I mean? So as a man, you got to know what's yours is yours and what's hers is hers. So you can't get caught up in that. You can't, and like I say, you can't put your all into somebody. You put your all to you. Put you all unto the Lord, because if mankind is never satisfied and love don't love nobody. So you just gotta really, be safe, man. Be safe. And you just never know what happened. You just never know what happened. He was supposed to be, the next thing in boxing.
Well, he had just fought in December.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken,
oh man,
either he was supposed to fight Nonito Donaire.
Yeah. He had that fight he had. I can't remember exactly what happened. He knocked the guy out, or the guy knocked him out, but it was a banger.
No, he's 27. He's 27-2.
Yeah.
And what was it? I'm pretty sure that he won his last fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy was definitely on. He was, we had talked to him, I think, when he was, like maybe about 12-0, 15-0, because he was one of the guys that had actually called us from Puerto Rico, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what it wasn't. It wasn't during when they had the big flood and stuff like that, but he had just went back there because and the reason why I remember, because I think Scully was down there at the same time. That was before they had moved. What's his name?
What's his name?
The fighter that's paralyzed. His sister takes care of him. They live in Chicago now.
Paul Williams?
No, not Paul Williams. Paul Williams is still is mobile. He's in a wheelchair, I believe. But this guy's sister takes care of him. They honored him. His sister.
Gerald McCullough?
No, the other guy. Begins with a B. The Puerto Rican guy. But they honored Gerald McCullough's sister and his sister at the same ceremony. With Vince Hudson and them when they had their ceremony in Chicago. I think of him.
Gerald McCullough. That's what I thought it was. Gerald McCullough.
Well, it's Gerald McCullough, but is it Benitez? Is Benitez the one that's paralyzed? I think it's Benitez. Wilfredo Benitez.
No, I thought Wilfredo Benitez. I thought he had passed or something like that.
No. Wilfredo Benitez is paralyzed, and his sister takes care of him, just like Gerald McCullough. It was Gerald McCullough's sister and Wilfred Benitez's sister that was honored for taking care of their brothers. Who's this? He lost his last fight. Yeah, Natagi. Oh, this is a good Nakatagi. Nakatagi has a big fight coming up. Oh man, where's it? That was another fight that we talked about. Nakatagi. Yeah, he's getting. Oh man. I talked about these.
Died too. Yeah, I thought too.
Huh?
I said I thought Benitez had died too.
No, but Wilfred is alive. He's paralyzed from the neck down, but he's still alive. Okay, so
Richard Colin. That's what they talking about. Richard Colin. That's the guy. Is that him?
No, it was Wilfred Benitez. That's who it was. I
remember that guy. He got hurt in the fight. Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
Well, we also had a young fighter that was fighting amateurs that passed away. I think that was that down in Puerto Rico also. I know. Did you hear about that?
What's on? About who?
The young man that passed away after he was an amateur, and he passed away after the fight.
Wow. No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, this was another young man, but we have some fights here. Okay, we talked about the Canelo and Billy Saunders fight. That's this weekend, of course, May 8th. On the 22nd, you got Jose Ramirez against Josh Taylor.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's for Ramirez's WBC and WBO titles, and Taylor has WBA and IBF. So this is a consolidation fight. Yeah. What do you think? Who you got?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with the young man who beat Rigorou. I think that was Josh Taylor.
Yeah,
Josh Taylor. I'm going with Josh Taylor because he beat Rigorou. You got to know how to fight if you beat Rigorou. And since then, Rigorou been knocking everything down. But Rigorou was knocking everything down then. So I'm definitely going with, Josh Taylor.
Okay, that's on the that's a free fight. That's the one we'll be able to watch on the ESPN. Exactly. Going back to the zone on the 29th, you got Devin Haney against Jose Linares.
Yeah.
For Haney's WBC lightweight belt. Now, see, I would have thought this would have been a better fight for Gervonta.
Uh-huh.
If I had been Gervonta, I would have just went on and consolidated these two belts. I mean, Haney got the IBF, then fought Teofimo Lopez, and got his 3 belts, and then moved up.
But you gotta realize that, I hate to say it though, but Javante Davis is not his own boss.
Well,
He works for Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd is the boss, and Floyd is not putting. Come on, Floyd was just giving Devin Haney some pad work. He knows exactly how hard Devin Haney is hitting, and he know if Danny Haney is the guy that he want his fighter to fight. Floyd is cool with both guys, so both guys ain't fighting unless Floyd can get a huge cut from both.
Okay, so why not fight Teofimo Lopez?
Teofimo Lopez already has a fight coming up.
Yeah, I know he has a fight. He's got a fight, and he's putting all 3 of his belts on the line. So what? So if Floyd didn't want him to fight Devin Haney, and you think that Devin Haney, might hit too hard for Tank, then there was no way in the world he was gonna put him in there with Teofimo. But then if you're not gonna put him in there with Teofimo, then would you make him go up 2 weight classes and fight an undefeated fighter?
Man, listen, these guys nowadays, come on, man, they spoiled. They got it good because of guys like Muhammad Ali, guys like Joe Frazier, guys like George Foreman, guys like Sugar Ray and Tommy Hearns paved the way. These guys are eating good. And if they fight each other and they both are top superstar type fighters, you're going to help the next man's stock get that higher, go that much higher from losing to you, because you a superstar. And a lot of times these guys are not, them kind of guys are not taking chances in these days, because why fight you when I can go fight him and still make millions of dollars? I'd rather fight guaranteed money and guaranteed wins versus somebody I might mess around and lose to, and help build his stock up even more, because now my fan base or the fans that's watching me going to actually be able to see him, and they going to go from me to you. And then guess what? I'll never be the same just because of the bragging rights, just because of, what's going on. He say, she say, and it's just not going to happen. Fighters are spoiled, super spoiled. And I think that Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, all those guys that, family members, since they not here anymore, should be compensated for life, just because if it wasn't for those kind of guys, we wouldn't have the guys we got today. And they wouldn't be making the money they making. They're not making that kind of money because of their talents and how good they are. They're making that kind of money because of guys like Roberto Duran. They're making that kind of money because of guys like Wilfred Benitez and guys like Hector Camacho. Those guys paved the way. And that's the reason why boxing is where it is today, because of guys like Joe Louis. If it wasn't for those guys, these guys would make the money they're making now. Boxing is the highest paid sport. No other sport you can make in 45 minutes. Let me rewind that. In 45 minutes, you can make $400 million. $400 million Floyd made in less than an hour.
Actually, it's 36 minutes because you only fight 12 rounds now. So it's less than 45. So
still gotta hear the judge say, and the winner is
now
all that. Right.
Now here's another fight that when you talk about Tank moving up, for a dangerous fight. Here's another dangerous fight, and I want you to tell me what you think about this one. This is June 26th in Las Vegas on ESPN Plus. Vasily Lomachenko comes back in the ring.
Yeah.
Against Macias Nataki. Now, if you know anything about Nataki, Nataki jumps across the ring at you as soon as the bell rings. The Nataki is so when you look at what happened to Lomachenko in his last fight, once again, I understand you're coming back and you want to look good.
Yeah.
But sometimes don't you think you could pick off a little easier opponent? I mean, this is a fight that Lomachenko actually has a chance to lose. This is no walkover.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta tell me the weight classes. I know the guy you're talking about. How much?
You know who Lomachenko is, right?
Of course.
Okay, well, they're fighting 12 rounds and they're fighting as lightweights. Nagataki is, like I said,
And
If
what
you
weight
look
class
at
is that? I know. I mean, I know the weight.
lightweights, that's it. Who that was Telefimo Lopez that beat Lomachenko, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But that was in a higher weight class. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What weight are they actually fighting at? Because if
Lightweights, that would be
Lomachenko,
130, right?
yeah, but what weight class did he fight Telfimo Lopez at?
Lightweight.
We have to look to see into that because like I say,
I'm looking at it right here. Telefimo Stevens is the WBO, WBA, and IBF lightweight titles. Those are the titles that he took from Lomachenko.
Okay. Now what weight class is he fighting this other guy at, Lomachenko?
The same weight class, lightweight. He's coming back in lightweight. He wants to. He thinking that if he wins this fight with Nagataki, he'll get a fight with the winner of either Devin Haney or he'll get a rematch with Telefimo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, hey, I don't know. I think
Tank is not in the weight class anymore, so that fight we'll never see.
Yeah, I think Lomachenko is he's a beast, man. He's dangerous, and he recently just not fought and losing that fight. He didn't get way hungry. I'm going with Lomachenko in that fight.
I don't know. Hey, like I said, if the odds is right, I would go with Nagataki. If the odds is right,
bet 20 push-ups. 20 push-ups.
Oh, I can do it. 25.
25.
I'm an old man. 25.
25. Okay, 25. That was more than 20. It's more than 20. We
Yeah,
go
but
So
yeah,
you got Nagatini in, right?
I got Nagataki.
It's a Nagataki. It's spelled like Nakatini, a Nakatana.
No, it's not. Well, it's Nagataki. It's easier to pronounce his last name than it is his first name, which is Maciashu.
Okay, I get he coming back with a vengeance. He won't listen. He won't everything he had. He wanted to be back for one, and that's what it is.
When I go to PT after the day after the fight, I can just tell her, I did an extra workout last night. I did an extra 25 push-ups, or I watched K9 do 25 push-ups. So,
right.
But yeah, I'm good with 25.
Exactly.
I've only been here a quarter century. I could do 25 though. Easy work. May 15th on Showtime.
Yeah.
You got Brandon Figueroa. He's coming back in. He's going to be fighting for a junior featherweight title. He's going to be fighting Neary.
Speaking of Figueroa, you see Figueroa get stopped. The other Figueroa gets stopped on that heavyweight card.
Yep.
Man, it's over with. It's over. It's going home run. Canberra gone. It's over with.
Yeah. See, I have enough respect for guys your weight, and like 160 pounds, going in and taking those punches. But man, for a guy to go in there and take the punches from a heavyweight, from 200, I mean, come on, man, that's like, you got to have a certain amount of, what do they call that? Sadist, masochistic, in order for you to, come on, and you go and let some man, like you was talking about with Tyson Fury, so, man with a 36-inch stool talk about, come on, let's spar. Yeah, right. Okay.
Exactly.
Let me use that stool for a minute.
Exactly. Man, you ain't lying, man. But the fights overseas, man, are the big fights. You can have anyone fighting overseas. They don't have to even have to be a big name, and it's selling out. And people are watching, they tuning in. When I go live and commentate the fights, they tuning in like never before. You can have a fight over here in America. It could be a free fight. It is not doing the same numbers as the fights are overseas. They got countries behind them, and they support boxing.
See what you just said. They got a country behind.
saying that.
No, just to make it clear, we were talking about Donito Donaire. Donito does have a fight coming up on the 29th of May. It's also going to be on Showtime. And he'll be fighting for a WBC bantamweight title. So it's good to see, Donito back in the ring. I really would like to get Donito. He's another one of those Chicago fighters I'd like to get back on the show. So, and okay, here we go on Thriller. Of course, I think we might be able to get
Thriller
Mike back in on the show. Talk about this, Mike Weaver.
You said Thriller or was it Triller? Thriller. That's a Thriller.
It's Triller. Triller.
You said Thriller.
Well, I'm thinking of Michael Jackson. What can I say?
Hey.
But on the undercard, we have an exhibition.
Yeah.
Evander Holyfield against Kevin McBride. 8 rounds. It's 8 rounds. Heavyweight exhibition. That's on the undercard of the Teofimo Lopez card.
Oh yeah. Holyfield is gonna do damage to that young man. The only reason why that got beat, McBride beat Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson was done, man. He wanted to say forget some boxing and smoke his blunts, man, and get that ranch. He was ready to get that ranch, man. You know what I'm saying? And now look, he living a life. Now he done came back. He got his ranch, got all the weed in the world, and he's smoking to it. Like, that's right, boy. How y'all feel?
I can't wait to run into Mike down in Las Vegas. Hey Mike, let's exchange a blunt. Let's see what happens. I can see Mike coming out now with a big long blunts.
Exactly.
Take a toke of this.
Man, on his podcast, a hot box and a hot mic, man, they be getting lit, they be fried, and he be serious, like he be going into those, to them he be like really serious, like he wanted to beat up Boosie, the guy named Boosie, the rapper.
Okay.
Like, yeah, man. So it's really something wrong with you. And my man Boosie, he was like, man, Mike, if Mike would have did something, man, I'd have shot them out of Mike.
It wasn't Boosie Collins, was it?
No, it was Boosie the rapper. It was lit.
I gotta look that one up.
Man, listen,
and that's on May 5th. The Triller.
Oh,
now, June 5th. I'm sorry, that's June 5th.
Because hey, listen, boy, that's a little too soon. And they ain't had enough time to promote it. You gotta promote it,
Well, now the day after, on Showtime pay-per-view, you got Floyd versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, they just robbing the bank with no gun, man. they just listen. Give me all the money. Like, give me a gun. No, I don't need one. We got booze. Who's gonna order? Fools for order? No, fools gonna order. Order what? Man, I'm fighting this YouTuber brother. Logan who? Logan Paul, man. We gonna buy Floyd, because we hitting them mushrooms, just like Tyson.
But there's no undercard. It's just Floyd and Logan Paul. That's it.
No. Listen, they just it was a young man that just actually, I'm gonna put his text back up here. Chocino, I forgot his real name, but he played football. He's fighting. He was talking on a little show, and it was crazy because what's his name?
Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco. He was on a show.
Really?
Yeah, he was on a show. And excuse me, the show that he was on, man, he had one of his football friends.
You do know who Ocho Cinco is, right?
Who he is. What I'm saying, yeah, Chad Dawson, exactly.
Yeah.
His brothers and them were on the show blazing him. It was like, man, you gonna have your butt up in the air like Nate Robinson. It was
Yeah.
Man, you gotta go. Oh man, go check it out.
I definitely got to check that one out because
Man,
Ocho is a fool, man. Ocho is a clown. I mean,
man,
in a good way. I mean, he doesn't do it, but he does a lot of silly things, but he does, usually, he does it for publicity. So I could, but yeah, no, Ocho Cinco is okay. All right.
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
he said that what's my man name from that Floyd's president or his company can't think of his name. I'm quite sure one of the fans of the sport or the dog pound will tell me the guy named Bellery the president. Anyway, the president, he said the president was like, Chad, you want to fight? Man, we got $1 million for you. And he was like, let me go talk to the wife. Let me go talk to the kids. I'd have been like, yes. I ain't got to talk to the kids or none of that $1 million.
I think Ocho, he was single. I don't know if he ever got married, but that was one of his things because Ocho was a playboy. He had women everywhere. He was like, that was before they got all these lawsuits and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was Leonard Ellaby told him he had a for him. And
right.
He asked him, was he gonna fight a real fighter? And you know what he said? Man, I ain't fighting no real fighter. So you can't play boxing. For those that say you can't play boxing, yes, you can. So he gonna fight some YouTuber or some actor. You know what I mean? No telling who he gonna fight. Somebody that can't fight, that just got a following, and they gonna think just because they a fan of the following of the person who they following, they gonna think that he gonna beat Chad Dawson, and Chad Dawson is the A side, so he's being brought in to win.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Let's see. We got on the 12th of June, we got Shakur Stevens. He's going to be fighting, defending his WBO interim junior lightweight title. He's going to be fighting. This is another Japanese. Well, might not his last name Nakatila, for Shakur's crown, and on that undercard is Berlanga. He's going to be fighting again as a super middleweight. This was the first fight that he had that went the distance. So we'll see how he makes his adjustments. June 18th, we got Oscar Rivas against Brian Jennings for a WBC Bridgerweight title. Yeah. That's a weight class that we don't really hear a lot about. That's one of those, to me, that's one of those made up weight classes.
That's what it is. They made it up.
What is it? What is a Bridger weight? I mean, it's between a cruiserweight and a heavyweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavy. What the hell is a Bridger weight, man?
Man, listen. Boxing, that got so crazy. I'm able to eat off of it, and I love boxing, so that's the reason why I'm a part of it. And I learned so much. And I want to give back. But other than that, man, I'm not falling for the okie doke. That word okie doke, I ain't gonna fall for the okie doke. Unfortunately, for the people that's coming in that's fans of Jake Paul and think that Jake Paul is a real boxer, they gonna fall for the Bridget weight and everything. The Bridget card and everything. They gonna have a Bridget card belt and everything. Watch. We fighting for the Bridget card belt.
Yeah, I mean, they are. And we'll have to get Melissa back on here because we got Michaela Mayer, which is one of her favorite fighters. She'll be defending her title in Las Vegas on June 19th. We have a lot of fights coming up. June 19th is another big day. June 19th, Jamal Charlo. He'll be defending his WBC middleweight title on Showtime.
Yeah, absolutely. And those young men have, has really built their brand nicely. I think it was a lot easier, being twins. That they were able to cash out. You know what I mean? Along with being able to fight. You know what I mean? So, that's a plus. But they're actually doing good, and it's like Jamal. And Jamal, don't get me wrong, Jamal is a good fighter, but he done had it pretty easy, getting to where he at in the sport of boxing. Jamel has actually had it harder. I mean, he done fought some serious guys. Now, Jamal fought me, but you know what I mean? And I can fight. You know what I mean? I'm a 2-time former world champ. But he caught me at the right time. Older K9, injured K9. And it's like, man, I really want to see, Jamal in there with someone like a Dimitri Andre. I want to see him in there with a Billy Joe Saunders. I want to see him in there with a Canelo Alvarez. But unfortunately,
not gonna happen.
You only can fight who they gonna allow you to fight. And you got to remember one thing that messed boxing up too, to a certain extent, is these promoters don't get along. What helps the UFC so much is you only got one promoter. So everybody fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, exactly. And they making way less, and that's what's good about the sport. They making less, so they not spoiled. That's the reason why they all fight each other. Unfortunately for the fans in boxing, everybody they making money. So that's why they ain't fighting each other. Why fight him when I can fight him and make a whole bunch of money?
Speaking of a whole bunch of money, because as you always say, they got a whole country behind them. Okay. Dude, the third fight, on June 19th, we have Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Fighting Anderson Silva. Now, Anderson Silva is an MMA fighter.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the super chat too, Philip Cantalon. Yeah, the road okie doke. Absolutely. Yeah. You said hold on. You said that. What's that one more time again? JK.
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Fights Anderson Silva. And Anderson Silva is a MMA fighter.
Yes.
He's a former champion.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad fight because Julio Chavez Jr. He ain't been looking good, and Silver, he's a former UFC fighter, and you got to remember right now in these days we got the crossover sports. It's good for business or it's good for boxing. They make a lot of money doing that. Just think about it. Look at Clarissa Shields. She's finna cross over because she can make more money crossing over into a different sport. Being a world champion and as a woman, the money ain't there. Even though she's making good money to a contender, but to be like, as she say, the greatest woman of all time, to be a 2-time gold medalist, to be the fastest world champion in any weight class, man or female, to be a world champion in different weight classes. She's not getting the money she feel like she deserves. And then with COVID being on a rise, and the networks are not willing to put, money into women, they're only gonna put it to, who they feel like gonna draw the most. So that has made.
I don't think Clarissa Shields can make that argument. Because Clarissa Shields right now has probably made more money in her career than Layla Ali, Ann Wolf, and what's the girl, the coal miner's daughter. So Clarissa, she's not making, Floyd Mayweather money, but for what she has done for women's boxing, I don't think Clarissa can really, make that argument, because Clarissa is getting well paid. She's not getting paid, like I said, Canelo money, but compared to what women were getting paid before Clarissa Shields, and if you ask some of these other women that are fighting, as I mentioned, Mikhail Mayer and such, they're not making Clarissa Shields money. Clarissa had, not only does she make her money in the ring, but Clarissa makes money out of the ring, which is something that most female boxers don't do, unless they're like personal trainers or something like that.
But still and yet, she is, undisputed.
Yes, she is. She's all that, but she cannot. But just like Boo Boo, she cannot put butts in seats by herself.
But what I'm trying to tell you though is that she's not making $1 million. You saying she's making all this money, but she hasn't made $1 million.
Well, okay. Okay, then
she's making $1 million.
so
She's gonna make
hey,
$1 million.
is that a case against boxing? Because it's certainly not a case against Marissa Shields, because she's making $1 million, like you said. There's no other woman in the history of boxing, and I'm pretty sure you can look it up. I'll bring Melissa on, whoever you want. There's never been a woman, not Layla Ali, anybody else, that's made $1 million for one fight, ever.
Yeah, you say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Okay, there has never, ever been a woman.
Okay.
Ever. I don't care who she is. And you can go from 1815 when it first started.
Go ahead.
There's never been a woman that has made $1 million in boxing for one fight.
Guess what? You're absolutely wrong. Sorry to tell you that.
Okay, name her.
Layla Ali.
No, she did not. No, she did not. The most money that she made at any one time was $825,000 after they took out taxes.
Somebody told me she made $1 million in a fight against Joe Frazier's daughter.
Well, you can look. You can.
Coal miner daughter. I think the coal miner daughter made $1 million when she fought Christy Martin.
No, she's called $1 million baby. Not she never made $1 million.
No. Not listen. When she fought on that Mike Tyson undercard, she made $1 million. Somebody made $1 million. I think one female made $1 million, and I think it was her, Christy Martin. When she fought on that Mike Tyson undercard, she touched $1 million. And I ain't talking about no food.
Well, since I don't know,
push-ups.
That's what I was going to say. See, I'm kind of leery here.
Okay,
I tell you what. Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna take that bet too. I'm gonna take them both. I'm gonna take them both.
You're gonna be strong as an ox.
No, well,
if you ain't married, we loving you.
Hey, but see, either way it goes. If I have to do them, then it's beneficial for me. If I don't have to do them, I can always say, "Hey, man, look here, I made a world champion do push-ups twice." I had a 2-time. I made a 2-time world champion do 2 times push-ups for me. So
let me get right. You know, I'm about to fight again too. So I'll probably be fighting in July, August. So them push-ups ain't gonna do them but help me get stronger, punch harder. I'm gonna say.
And now wait a minute now because. Let me tell you the second, the co-main event.
Okay.
Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
Yeah, I heard about that. Against who?
Versus Hector Camacho Jr.
There you go. I heard about that. You know, Hector Camacho Jr. has been calling me out. They've been trying to get me to fight him. And I was like, man, Hector Camacho Jr., he's not Hector Camacho Sr., you know? They want, man, come on, man. They want me to fight him from pennies, crumbs. I said, nah, we good on that, you know.
Is there Hector Camacho Sr.? I thought there was only junior and then the third.
No, as a senior, you know, the senior passed. Hector Camacho Sr., you know, I got it.
Which is the one that I used to watch that had, fought Benny Panzienza and those guys.
Yeah, that was senior. That was senior.
That was the senior, not this one here?
Okay. No, just the junior, just the one, you know, that wants to be like the senior, you know. Yeah, I sparred senior. You got to go check that video out. We sparred no Crunk Gym.
Okay. It's a 6-round exhibition now, you know, but
no, it's a real fight, I think. Ain't it a real fight?
No, it's 6 rounds. It says 6 rounds middleweight exhibition.
Okay.
That's what it says. I mean, you know, the other fight is supposed to be a real fight. 10 rounds light heavyweights.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we finish out with on the 26th with the Gervonta Davis. But the undercard now, on the undercard of that fight, you have Eric Lubinson fighting again, and he's fighting for a junior middleweight title eliminator. Eric has looked good in his last couple fights. He's fighting Jason Rosario. Not familiar with this kid.
Oh, you know him. That's the guy that took the title from Julian Williams.
That's that Rosario.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, well, this will be a good fight then, because
Exactly.
it's a WBC eliminator. So yeah, it'll be.
You already know. He already fought for. That's the crazy part is you fight for eliminator, then you fight for eliminator again. You know Fundora, he already fought for a title eliminator his last fight, and then fought for a title eliminator again. Like, why keep fighting for a title eliminator? Just sit on it and or force your mandatory to fight you. And I guess when you're a world champion, you don't have to fight the mandatory. If you get Al Heyman, who has the backing of the belt sanctioning bodies, then you don't have to fight until you want to fight. And that's why I was, to a certain extent, was forced to fight Jamal Charlo, because they were putting pressure on me. It's like, you gotta fight. If you don't fight, you getting stripped. I had got head bunted, got cut. Then I got my ribs almost bruised, and almost broke. It was bruised, and it was like, hey, if you don't fight, you're gonna get that belt strapped. And I'm like, tapped and took. So I was like, okay. It's a dirty game, bro.
Yes, hey, like I said, I remember when guys used to fight, I'd get all cut up and everything, and here's me standing back in the your locker room waiting to get your purse, because you done borrowed it, because you done borrowed money from the bookies. Hey, so you
doggy dog world.
so hey man, I've seen grown men cry. You stand there with a baseball bat taking his purse. It's not funny, but it was at the time. But anyway, that's a different story.
Absolutely.
Now here's another thing. You got to explain this one to me, K9.
Yeah.
July 3rd.
Okay.
On Showtime.
Okay.
We have Chris Colbert.
Okay.
Versus Yorkers Gamboa for Colbert's WBA interim junior lightweight title.
Yeah, they all just beating up on Gamboa, man. Oh, Gamboa, he's like a stepchild. Back. At one point in time, you know what? He was a bad man. You feel me? I remember, man. He listened to this day, as Wilder would say, to this day. Hey, he gave Terrence Crawford the hardest fight Terrence Crawford has ever had.
Yes, he did.
To this day. But to this day, 50 Cent done messed a couple of careers up. To this day. And one of them was Gamboa. The other one was Andre Durrell. They were never the same when they signed with 50 Cent. And 50 Cent wanted to sign me. I told him, I said, listen, man, you got to give me more than 50 Cent. Because he was only trying to give me 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? 50 stacks. It wasn't enough. You ain't no real promoter.
Yeah, well, 50, I think, is out of the promotion game now. I think he gave that up.
Yeah.
But nah. But
Floyd still, I want to see him and Floyd fight. That's what I want to see. I'll pay to see that. Him and Floyd be at it. Both of them. Versus Floyd. Now, that'd be an exhibition I would love to see. Because they really beef and they don't like each other. And 50 be awesome. Man, Floyd, let me see you read a cartoon book. Floyd, I'm gonna give you $1,000. I'm gonna give you $1 million for anything you can say that starts with an A. Floyd, now spell it. How you spell
how do you spell
spell K9. You duck them all your life. How you spell K9? Where you at? Where you go?
And then on July 17th, we have Jamel Charlo versus Brian Castano.
Yeah.
And this is for all the marbles. Jamel has the IBF, the WBC, and the WBA.
Yeah.
And Castano has the WBO.
Exactly. And as much as I don't like Jamel Charlo, I gotta put him in the top 5, pound for pound, best fighter in the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, because just think about it. If he wins that fight, and most likely he will have all the belts. I don't know if we ever had an undisputed junior middleweight world champion ever. I know Tommy Hearns got some belts. I know Sugar Leonard got some belts. I know Duran had got some belts, but I don't think neither one of them got all the belts. So I think he would be the first person in the history of boxing in the junior middleweight division to collect all the belts. So in doing that, going back, getting the title he lost to Tony Harrison, you know, and taking the title from was Rosario. I mean, hitting him with a body shot, and his mama felt it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta give him credit where credit is due, and he is definitely in the top 5, without a doubt. If he wins this title, he would be in the top 5. I would probably have to put him, you know, and you know, I don't want to, but you know, it is what it is.
Somebody said Gambo is 40.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, he probably is 40, but I mean, you know, but he was 50 when 50 had him, you know. So he's 49. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. The good thing is
somebody wait a minute, hold on. Aaron Parker, as of 2020, Christy Martin has a net worth of $500,000.
Yeah, I saw that. And just because she only has a network of 500,000, don't mean she hasn't made $1 million.
Well, you know, the way I'm looking at it is right now, I'm looking at you owing me like 10. So I gotta go and do some research to see how to get these other 15. But I'm looking pretty good here so far. You know, and you know that little bar up above us there, you know, you can put anything in that little Google bar and it'll shoot right up. You know.
Let me tell you something about the networks. Them networks are very inaccurate. Trust me when I tell you. Them mugs be saying you got way more than you got. Trust me. So
I don't know. I'm looking at K9 net worth $10 million here.
Okay then.
So I'm looking for my check. What's up here?
Enough said. You know what I'm saying? No more. There you go. Very.
I got to make sure they take out 20,000 for that basement though. Yeah,
please. Hey, who's singing that song? Mama, please. Man, oh man.
But K9, you know, Florida's opened back up all the way for all the sports and everything. Ron DeSantos has said he's opening up.
Yeah.
And they're talking about, you know, the COVID shot and everything down there in Florida, you know, they can go back to school. They ain't got to take it and all that there. But guess what Florida said that they weren't going to do?
What?
There'll be no more testing for marijuana.
Oh, for boxing?
For boxing.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. You got a lot of fighters that are going to come back now. They got banned from boxing. Need drug tests. So now I can put in and say, hey, oh, man, listen. You know,
Mike,
yeah.
You know Mike is moving to Florida now, right?
He ain't got to because, you know, he fighting exhibition. So he can smoke weed in the exhibition fight. They ain't drug testing for that. When he fought Roy Jones, he was lit. You ain't seen him? He was lit. Eyes bloodshot red. Go like a pit bull in there. Like, man. Exactly. Hey, you know what? That might be why he bit off Holyfield ear though, because he was having munchies.
Well, that was before he was allowed to smoke weed.
That's what I'm saying though. But he, you know, if you smoke weed before your fight, you can, you know what I'm saying. All you gotta do is brush your teeth. You're not gonna be able to smell it. but he ate his ear. So if he ate his ear, he had the munchies.
He thought it was a pork rind. Come on, man. Come on.
They did a commercial about it. Did you see the commercial? They did a commercial after that.
No, I didn't see the commercial.
Man, they did a commercial about Tyson biting Holyfield ear. Holyfield and Tyson was on it. Was in the commercial. I think Holyfield was like, "Man, you bit my ear." He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. They gave each other a hug or something, And they said, man, listen, we're gonna fight in the exhibition. You're gonna make all the money. They already planned it. They gonna think I'm scared of you, damn. I'm gonna fight a fight. You fight the guy I lost to. You beat him, we gonna come back and fight each other. It's all set up, man. It's a setup.
Somebody says that they thought that Winky Wright was undisputed at 154.
You said they thought though. See, that's the thing.
Yeah. I said he
like you lit. You thought you fart, but you know what it is.
Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna see what I get when I get my 25 push-ups. So
yeah, we gotta be accurate. It's one thing to think about something, or say I think I thought. My mom always told me you thought like you lit, thought you fart, but you.
Yeah, well, hey.
Yeah, we gotta know for sure. 100%.
Well, like I said, Lonnie Beasley, can you come up to the title Friday? That must be for you, K9.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to figure out. Hey, Lonnie, why you women caught there? Because they might not want me up there. Me and Ashok we ain't the best of buddies. Can you come to title Friday? Yeah.
Tell Lonnie to come on to get off Facebook and get on YouTube. Him and Terry both.
Man, I'm trying to tell these guys, man. I tell the guys all the time, you gotta go on YouTube because YouTube we get views when you come on YouTube. When you come on Facebook and come on here, we don't get no views, but we still show love. We still post y'all up on here on the screen, but it's not really helping the channel with y'all being on Facebook. It helps the channel when you on YouTube, But we have YouTube connect YouTube and Facebook together. So people from Facebook can know we on YouTube.
Yeah. You got to thank Philip for his donation tonight.
Yeah,
y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. Hit the like button. K9, tell them what the donate button is. I don't see it.
Oh yeah, man, I don't know. You know what? All they gotta do is Cash App. They know how to Cash App. They done Cash App before. And they get on a dog pile and they like they get real tight. They get tight like them skinny jeans. So, I see some of the same people they be on other shows, boy. They be just saying get their little comment on the screen. They be like, "Won't Cash App? Can you? Hey man, I really love your show." Or they want you to say what the person gonna say. And see us the dog pound, we real. We post up on the screen without your Cash App, because we appreciate y'all. And if it makes sense and it's something that needs to be said, we post it on the screen.
Mr. Community, tuned in from Cincinnati. He hit the like button. He said he smashed it. Hey man, Mr. Community, we love the love that you showed us. Hey, Cincinnati, y'all got to do something, man. Y'all got to do something. You have good fighters, but they all go to sugar.
Oh.
Adrian Broner, Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor had a chance to be one of the best there ever was. Aaron Pryor should be listed in pound for pound everywhere. But once again, he let Cincinnati get in his way. Just like Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, for as much as I rag on him and talk trash about him, Adrian Broner is also a guy that came in super talented. And if he had just worked on his talent instead of his mouth, he would be a lot better off.
But are you comparing Adrian Broner to
No
Pryor?
No. But what I am saying is that they both suffer from the same syndrome.
Being from Cincinnati.
No.
Okay.
It's on my other hat.
Okay. What's the other hat?
It says
Dog's up.
No, hashtag Hashtag, I'll show it to you right here.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see what that says right there? Wait a minute. Let me get it back the other way.
Airborne?
No, wait a minute.
Okay.
No, not that one. This one right here. Let me see if I can get it up there. Yeah. You see, can you see it?
I could see something being written.
Okay. What it says is, I would love to help you, but I just can't fix stupid.
Oh, hey, wow. Wow, that was a body shot. Right hook. Well, man, wow. So you can't fix stupid.
No,
Wow.
can't fix it.
So you born like that, or over time you get like that? I mean, how do you get stupid?
I don't know. I think I used to think that it was something that you inherited.
Okay.
But then you look at how some kids, like even though their parents might not, be real sharp, these kids take it as an example and learn how to do something positive.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, in the case of Cincinnati fighters, they get stupid as soon as they start making money.
Okay. Now, I might have to disagree on being able to fix stupid, because Mike Tyson was stupid, or he did some stupid stuff. He married Robin Givens. She took half his money. He had a bank account.
Mike Tyson did stupid things.
Yeah,
but
hold on.
But Mike Tyson was never stupid.
Let me finish. Let me
okay.
finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's just a piece of the pie. That wouldn't even a piece. I wouldn't even a piece of the crust. He had a bank account with Don King. Same bank account. Went to jail. Had the same bank account with Don King. Allowed Don King to get him a lawyer that was the defendant for boxing. You know what I mean? Not for a rape case. So he went straight to jail. And while he was in jail with the same bank account that Don King had, he came out. Don King had took all his money.
All the money. All the money. Right.
Mike Tyson had towels that he used that was Don King's towel. So when he fought, Don King gave him the contract, or he gave him the receipt for everything he had bought, that he touched, that he slept on.
Like I said.
Now Mike Tyson is a household name, even bigger than he was before, making all the money, all the dough. And I think you can fix stupid, because he's fixed. He got in the ring, smoked the blunt before he fought. Didn't worry about getting drug tests, because he wasn't getting drug tests. And won. Has his own boxing league, over 50 league. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Mike Tyson has fixed stupid.
No, there's a difference between people that do stupid things and people that are stupid. Okay. Mike Tyson has done some stupid things.
Okay.
I mean, Robin Givens was a beautiful woman. Looking at the package, you can't say that he did anything wrong. Now, the stupid thing is that he didn't look past the package. He just looked and saw, and then, he let another stupid thing he did. He moved his mom-in-law in the house.
Okay.
So
how do you go to a female house 3 o'clock in the morning and go to jail for rape? 3 o'clock in the morning, you go to jail for rape. I mean, come on. I mean,
like I said, he's done a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
But he's always been smart enough to keep himself in the mix.
Okay.
Even when
the man bought a tiger. He bought a tiger.
Yeah. So I mean, well, hey, I had
tiger.
at one time, I had a 12-foot python in my living room.
Yeah, but we talking about a tiger.
Well, hey,
what guy from the hood buys a tiger?
Well, there's a guy that's in jail now that was raising tigers. What, he had 50 tigers on his ranch or whatever, and they killed a guy and fed him to the tigers. So
was he black? Was he black?
No, he wasn't black. No, he wasn't black.
I'm so
I
don't know no black man that has bought a tiger that came from the hood. Lived with wrestled with a tiger. Him and tiger used to wrestle.
Like I said, Mike does a lot of stupid things, but the one thing that he does though, is that he always manages to get paid.
Hey, there you go. I guess it's all about it.
See, See see, there are other fighters, that are just plain okay. And I'm not gonna mention anybody by name, but we have former title contenders and world champions that are homeless. Sleeping in the streets.
So
I mean, there are worse things to be than Mike Tyson.
Hey man, we had we had a young man that just got out of jail. Then I asked him, would he come on the show? And he asked me how much I was gonna pay him to come on the show. A former world champ. I ain't gonna say no name, but I'm like, whoa, we want more for you than you doing for us. What you mean? The same guy from yesterday. Yesterday is way gone. It's left. It's going. It's a home run. Gone.
See, you really living in the past.
My goodness. Listen,
so
when he went in, it was no internet, no Facebook, Twitter, none of that. Oh my. You that song, Johnny Gill had my. See,
hey man, like you said, there's a lot of things, that existed in my day, that don't exist in your day, and we just a little over, not quite 20 years apart. But it just goes to show how much happens in a decade or a decade and a half. I remember, the first time that I went to prison, and I come out after 5 years, and cars had changed. People was on computers, and you might remember, back when they had AOL, you had to dial up, Now everything is wireless and all that good stuff. You got 5G and
absolutely.
You got people, people going to the to the moon and Mars, places that we've never been. So
hey man, times that change anytime. It used to be a gun to scare you. Now you can go like this. Stop shooting. Stop it! Man, a person hit the floor real quick, you start coughing. Oh man, hey, listen.
Did Sugar Ray Leonard duck Aaron Pryor?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey man, I don't know, but I tell you one thing.
Say Pryor wanted a little too much money. I think that's what that was about. But that was back in the day. A lot of the let's see, I never heard about Pryor. He wasn't known as a guy that was greedy like that. But where did you get that information?
Yeah, I know Aguayo had Aaron Pryor problems for real. Big time. Yeah, he had them problems, Aaron Pryor problems. And I know I think Aaron Pryor beat Tommy Hearns in the amateurs. So in the amateurs, Aaron had them Aaron Pryor problems, but in the pros, I don't know. I mean, he was kind of like me to a certain extent. It was just too much of a risk. Floyd wouldn't fight me, too much of a risk. High reward, low reward. or how
Well,
he
he got the thing of what he got good fights, but when he got the good fights, everybody knew that he was on drugs, and they took advantage of that, kind of like they did,
yeah.
Gamboa, you know.
I mean,
So
at least
yeah, but Aaron Pryor, like I said, he should if he had had the career that he really should have had, he
yeah.
should be in everybody's conversation as pound for pound one of the best.
Well, at
But
least he went to the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer, though, right?
I'm not sure. Is Aaron Pryor Hall of Famer? I don't know. Does Cincinnati have somebody in the Hall of Fame? Really?
I mean, if he ain't, we know you're a Hall of Fame fighter, and at least he did make it to the level he did make it to, because guys and that were into a whole lot of things don't even make it to become a pro fighter. You got a lot of people that fought good and just never did even get to the level he got to. You know what I mean? So thank God we know Aaron Pryor. You know what I mean? He did do something, and then not only did he do something, he passed the genes on to his son. His son to become world champion, Aaron Pryor Jr., but he fought. He fought, and he's living on, and through his dad, and and then his son will live on through him, and it's just a blessing, to be able to carry your seed on like I'm doing with my son, to another generation, and
Yeah.
hopefully they can, change the world, because the world needs change big time. We fighting over colors, colors. Remember that movie, Colors, 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 real colors, and the colors we fighting over is not red and blue anymore. It ain't Crips and Bloods, it's white and black. You know what I mean? And it's sad part about it is it ain't green. You know what I'm saying? If you go fight,
Well,
let it be green, not white and black.
well, actually, it is about the green because it's about making sure
Yeah.
that one side keeps the green,
Yeah.
and for the other side, it's about them having access to the green.
Yeah.
So but we don't want to turn this into a political show. I do that. I do that. I did that last night.
Hey, right. Dog pound, everything count. You know what I'm saying? Don't bark if you can't bite. We always bark and biting. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We bark, we bite, and we always fight. Dogs up.
Well, let's get down here. It's that time again. It's time for the dog pound. So what's going on in the dog pound tonight with K9's Corner, man?
K9's Corner, man. Listen, at K9's Corner, it's always something to talk about. I want to talk about, I want to talk about just, boxing itself. Boxing is a great sport, and you don't have to be a boxer to do some boxing. I feel like boxing, you could do a lot with boxing. Boxing can help you lose weight. I train a lot of people, man. I mean, a lot of people, and majority of people that I train are not even trying to be boxers. It's just good to just hit something and not go to jail for it. I can punch the wall and not go to jail for it. I mean, you get a lot of stress off just from throwing a punch. You know what I mean? So I think boxing, it gives you a lot of ways to do things in life. Even I don't know if you know, but Barry Gordon, the great Barry Gordon, he credited boxing for him launching off Motown. Did you know that?
Barry Gordon?
Yeah, Barry Gordon, yeah.
Yeah.
He credited boxing though for giving him the drive, giving him the strength, the desire, the wisdom, the confidence to launch off Motown. I just think that boxing gets a black eye a lot of times. For that it can be a hard sport. You could die in the ring. I had a so-called Christian, or you can call him a Christian, tell me that God wouldn't approve of me being a boxer, and I was telling him that people fought in the Bible all day long. Just think about it. What's the tall guy? What's the big guy that beat the little guy that beat the big guy?
David.
Yeah, David fought Goliath in the Bible. So it was a lot of fighting going on in the Bible. A lot of wars took place and everything. So to say, God don't approve of fights, me fighting, it's free will. He gave us all free will. And it ain't like I'm just fighting somebody just to be fighting somebody. I ain't just, go up to somebody and punch them in their face. You know what I'm saying? And just stump them. We got gloves on, we got a referee. And I just think that, like I say, man, the fight game needs to be respected. Over here at Title Boxing, where I'm currently training at, if you want to come through, you can come through. JK, you in town, come through. I'm at Title Boxing in Bloomfield on Orchard Lake. And we working, man. And you don't have to be a fighter to fight, you know what I mean? And every day it's a fight. So why not, hit some and not go to jail, punch some, you know what I mean? Punch some and let some frustration out. Get the energy out your body, you know what I mean? Get in shape, live, working out will help you live longer too. You know what I mean? And like I say, man, and on K9's corner on a dog pound, man, I feel like we all should be fighting to a certain extent, fighting to get in shape, fighting to live a better life, fighting to not end up with cancer, to not have diabetes, and working out, man, is really good. The best workout I think you could do, though, to be honest with you, is box. Boxing is a great workout, give you confidence. I had a little kid, man, I was training today. His mother and his grandma, they were so excited, so happy that he was throwing punches the way I had him throwing punches. They were so happy, so proud, and just thanked me so much and just kept thanking me. And they just told me they look forward, they can't wait to the next time that he trains to work out with me because, like I say, it gives you confidence. Here's the young man that, the kids look at in a certain way. The kids pick on him, and now he's going to have confidence to be able to fight the bully back if need be. He's going to have the confidence to say, man, I ain't scared of y'all. Y'all better watch out. They're going to look and say, whoa, who is this guy? And it just helps you in so many ways. And I'm thankful, man, that God has placed me in a position to be able to be a leader, to be able to help people fight another day. And that's what I got at K9 Boxing, JK. And you can find me at K9 Boxing on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course right here on the Dawg Pound every Tuesday at 9 p.m. And I got merch too. I got merch, K9 Boxing Fitness coming to a ring near you, a website near you. That's right. And JK looking smooth, boy. Look at JK. Look at him. Look, dogs are us, man. Yeah, but like I say, man, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all K9 Boxing. So JK, man, when you ain't on a Dawg Pound and when you're on a Dawg Pound, what can they find you at?
Well, all you have to do is look at that name right there, J.E. King 3.
Yeah,
Go to Facebook, put it in. You'll see the Dawg Pound, the Weekend Rap.
That's
we
right.
talk a little politics on To an Imperfect Union.
Yeah.
We have a little humor with Dave Chappelle and a little more politics with Roland Martin. So we're definitely deep into promoting our Black community and Black unity. You can also, our Monday show is also features the Black Panther Party of here in San Diego. So you can keep in contact with us for any type of activities. If you want to be a guest on the show, all you have to do is type in my name, send me a DM, and we can make that happen, whether you're conservative or Democrat. We do have conservatives on the program. As the good Lord says, know your enemy.
Right.
So, I do show people from the other side of the party. So, but in the meantime, you can always catch us right here every Tuesday night on the Dawg Pound. Don't forget that we are trying to raise 100,000 bottles of water for Atlanta for the 2022 election. Hopefully, Stacey Abrams will be the new governor of Georgia. So, hey, whether it's politics or sports, you can catch us right here anytime on Tuesdays, Mondays, Thursdays.
Yeah. Hey, and we're gonna try to raise some money or bottles of water, lots of bottles of water for Flint too. Man, I was telling you, JK, I wanted to raise some water for Flint because I think they still, drinking bad water.
They are still drinking bad water in Flint. I've got a couple things together that maybe SB is on my Canva team. So maybe we can make some posters and stuff and start putting them up on the site. that sounds like a very good idea.
Yes.
I'll get with you and SB later this week, and we
Okay.
can kind of narrow it down to
Yeah.
exactly what we want to
That's
do.
my city, man. That's my state, Michigan. I'm from Michigan, man, and it's terrible that we doing that. That we not we can give all this money out and take care, find a cure for COVID in 2 days, but then we can't give the people in Michigan some clean water. You know what I mean? But and it's just terrible, and somebody needs to be accountable for it, and we need to get us some water. Clean water, man. Out of all things, we can't get water. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. That's bad. But another thing.
I'll tell you how old I am, K9.
Okay.
I remember when water was free.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
I mean,
when it rains, you stand outside.
hey man, I got a rain barrel outside now for my plants.
Okay, as I'm saying, right now in the rain, it's there. Yeah, can you stand? Right. Yeah.
But you got to remember, I'm in Southern California, so.
Can you stand it?
See, in California it don't rain in Southern California. Remember, so you got to collect all the water that you can. So I got 2 rain barrels, one in the back, one in the front.
Yeah,
for the plants, But hey, man, all I could.
Let me say a thing too before I forget too. The Big 3. The Big 3 is coming this Sunday, so y'all make sure y'all tap in. The Big 3, something special for you guys. The Big 3, former NBA basketball player, former NFL football player, and yours truly. The Big 3 coming this Sunday. This Sunday, JK. And you ain't know about that. I had to hit you with the Big 3.
All right. Well, hey, Sunday, what time?
At 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Yep. And more news.
My time, your time, at 6 o'clock.
Eastern time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
that's good. Well, that's in the middle of the day for me. 3 o'clock. I'm good. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
right.
Yeah. The Big 3, man. It's the Big 3 coming to a ring near you. Hashtag Dogs Us. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, don't let me have to come through there with my walking tall stick. I still got a baseball bat.
Man, you can't bite, boy. Hey, no knives involved.
No. Hey, I got one of them aluminum bats. I got one of them ones that go ping when it hits
you. Hey, Wesley Snipes done played out. Leave the blade alone.
No, hey, I done lived a long time, K9. I got 4 strikes. If I slap you, I got to eat you.
Ooh.
So,
don't do it. No, don't do it. I'm your friend. Hey, I love you, man.
Yeah. Dogs us, man. I'll see you next week, man.
All right, man. One love. Appreciate you all day long. I'll see you in a minute.
All right, dog.
Cheers, man. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in.